Welcome back to the Hunter Call of the Wild. I'm the gray-haired gamer. I'm your host, and today we are back for episode 19 of our Hunter Call of the Wild series. We're returning again here to Rancho del Arroyo, and to all our new viewers, our returning viewers, just like to take a moment to say thank you so much for hanging out with us, for supporting our channel. Every little thumbs up, every like, every follow that you give makes a huge difference in keeping this channel up and running. So as a recap, yesterday we had an amazing hunt. We did a whitetail slaughter here on Rancho. And if you want to check that out, you can catch that on our Twitch channel as well as our YouTube channel, both named Gray Haired Gamer, and that would be episode number 18. And today we're going to continue on with Rancho. Let's look at our map here. We'll give you a little recap of what's been going on. Here yesterday, man, we had an incredible day checking out this shoreline and we ended up killing 10 whitetail just right in this one section of Lake Shore. Now, our ultimate plan here for Rancho del Arroyo is, obviously down the road to get us a great one. Okay, and to do that, we need to keep harvesting whitetail, getting them to respawn. Hopefully they respawn higher than what they were, like our tier 1s. When we kill a tier 1 deer, it will respawn as a tier 1, but also has a chance to respawn as a tier 2. And so on and so on. Tier 2s have a chance to respawn as 3, 3s have a chance to respawn as 4, etc. So, in time, as we continue to harvest these whitetail bucks and they respawn, eventually we will work our way up till the point that a great one spawns in. So to accomplish this overall goal, what we want to do is we want to set up a rotation of areas, okay? Like this area here yesterday, we hunted a lot in there, and we built up a lot of hunting pressure. In fact, I got greedy, and this area here, I actually deleted the zone. I shot too many deer out of that area, and now the deer are so scared they will not come back to use this zone that was here. So I kind of screwed myself there. But never worry, those deer still have to drink somewhere. They will establish another drink zone somewhere on the map, and we just have to discover it. Okay, so we cannot hunt the same place day after day after day after day. Okay, so what we want to establish is a rotation. We want to get multiple areas that we can hunt. Like, for example, our first hunts were around this lake. And we come down here and we had a great hunt. Actually, 2 great hunts. One day we went up the right side of this lake, and then a second day we come up the left side of this lake and had some really good hunts there. But you can see that there is still hunting pressure there. So we cannot come back here just yet. So what we want to establish is to have a series of areas so that one day we come and hunt this lake, we build up hunting pressure. The next day we go, say, even though this is a bad example, we didn't find squat around this lake, but for illustration purposes, we load up hunting pressure in the first area. So our next hunt, we come to this lake. And we build up hunting pressure around this area. And then we move on to, like, this would be a third area. and we hunt that a third day and build up hunting pressure around that area, and so on and so on. Like this area could be area number 4. Ideally, we want to have enough areas of good hunting that we can go from area 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and even maybe to like 5 or 6 if we need to. That when we work through that rotation, by the time we get to like area 4 or 5, that the hunting pressure in area 1 will be clear. And then we can come back to area 1 that second time and start our rotation over again. Okay? That will allow us to have places that we know we have found zones, places we know we're going to find animals, and for this purpose, for the great one, we want to find areas where we know we will find white-tailed deer. Okay? Like this lake here, this is a Bighorn Sheep zone, there's a whitetail zone, and there's a whitetail zone. So we want to keep that area in our rotation. This area up here at this second lake we went to, we did only scout half of it. We may have to go back and scout some more. There very well could be more zones up here. But we did not find any whitetail zones up here in our first scouting run. So we will, for now, eliminate that from our rotation. We won't count that area. This lake here where we went yesterday in our last episode was amazing. Before we accidentally deleted this zone, we had 4 and possibly 5 whitetail drink zones just along this one shoreline. So we will keep that area in rotation. So far we only have 2 lakes that we know of for sure will have white-tailed deer drinking at them. So we have a little bit of work to do. We need to keep scouting, keep exploring, and we need to find a few more areas where we can confirm that there are going to be white-tailed deer. Like say this lake here, we've been here before. You can see half of it, the southern half of this lake we explored, and we did not find one single zone along there. Okay, so we have 2 options. We can come back and scout the northern edge of that lake, or we can eliminate it from our rotation. I mean, not every place you go is going to have a ton of zones exactly what you're looking for. You have to go out and look for them. So, as you can see, we have 1 and 2 confirmed areas where we know we can go in and take the whitetail, but that's not enough. Okay? We hunted this first lake, and we built up a lot of hunting pressure. And by coming over to the second area where we had success, we were able to eliminate a lot of the old hunting pressure, because that's how it works. As you add new areas of hunting pressure, the oldest areas fade out and eventually disappear. So then you can go back to them. So with this hunt around this second lake, we were able to eliminate a lot of old hunting pressure around this first lake, but there is still some there. It's not really safe for us to go back in there yet. So we definitely need to find at least a third area where we know whitetail are going to be, where we have those zones, and we may even have to find like a 4th area. So we're going to be scouting again today. We're going to check out some new areas. We're not really looking to make a big kill count like we did yesterday. But as this lake was proof in the last episode, we did 1 day of scouting around this lake and then came back in yesterday's episode and just cleaned house using that information we got scouting. So we may have a good kill count today, we may not. It's up to the RNG gods, but we are going to go to a new lake and check it out. I think we're going to eliminate this lake here because, like I said, we did go along the southern edge of it and we found nothing. Okay, this is Rancho del Arroyo, so there are plenty more lakes to go to. So there, we're going to pick us another one. This lake here on the west, we also scouted half of that, and we found one zone for Mexican bobcat. That was it. So we can eliminate that one as well. We're not going to waste our time going back. So our big choice now is where to go to. And if we look at our map here, we can see that there's a few lakes out here just out in the middle of nowhere. We could go there, but if we look at like this lake here, actually there's two lakes there, we see something interesting. Okay, we see these little spots that we've seen before, little areas highlighted. There's two of them in this case. Little areas highlighted, lighter color, as if we already explored them when we have not explored over there. And both of them are at the ends of trails or roadways. So any other time we've seen that before, that has meant that there are probably going to be 1 and 2 hunting outposts there. Okay, so that is definitely worth checking out. You always want to unlock those outposts whenever you can, not only for the little bit of XP, but for the ability to fast travel there. So if we look, this one here, if this is indeed a hunting outpost there, which I suspect it is extremely convenient. It is literally right next door to this very large lake. Okay, so I think that is going to be our priority today, to get down there, discover what is here, and if it is a hunting outpost, then I think we will scout out some of this lake. We might not be able to get all of it, but we can get a chunk of it. So that hopefully we'll find some zones down here, and that could be a third area that we know would be successful for deer, but we won't know till we do the work. Okay, so to get there, we need to fast travel as close as we can. It looks like that area is pretty convenient to this roadway, and convenient to the first hunting outpost you unlock when you come in this map, the freebie, the Casa Grande. So we are going to go ahead and fast travel back there. Just a moment here while it loads up. And we are going to jump on the four-wheeler. Say, today is not really about getting kills. Today is about putting in the work so we can get crazy kills next time. Okay, and not to neglect our special guest here today, Gunner, the Wonder Dog, the tracking machine.
U.S. hunters love the glass terrain with binoculars.
And in last episode, he was completely invaluable. I mean, Gunner got some workout yesterday, man. We had him on so many blood trails. We had him tracking for us. He even warned us a few times that we were about to spook animals that we didn't even know were there. So, Gunner, here, buddy, you earned this cookie. We're going to give you a treat. And we got him up to 3 hearts. Awesome. The hearts, when it comes to your dog, it's the more hearts you have, the more experience, or the quicker your dog can get experience as being a companion to you. Let's check out Gunner's stats here while we have a quick moment. We want to go on our main menu here and go down to the hunting dog tab. Now, if you do not have the dog with you, if he's in the kennel, this tab will not appear. You have to have your dog out, active with you. Yeah, Gunner, wow, man, he went up to level 14 out of 30 on companion and level 7 out of 15 as a tracker. Now, the one that, obviously tracker is important. It's the main part of their job, being your dog. But companion is what gets them their perks. And sorry, just one moment here. I forgot to get my chat up here so I can watch there. I see we have one viewer. Thanks for joining us today. I'm not sure who you are, but thanks again for hanging out. We hope you have some fun. We hope you maybe learned something. And if we helped your gaming become a little better, then we're doing our job here at the Gray Hair Gamer. But you can see now we have focus, 3 lightning bolts, which means Gunner is full of energy, and he is going to do his very, very best when we tell him to track, that he's going to do his very best to track that blood and find that animal for us. When that focus gets down to like 1 lightning bolt or 0 lightning bolts, he is more likely to lose the trail, lose the tracking. And then you also have bond, which we just got him up to 3 hearts, which means when we're out here running around with us, he's going to gain experience as that companion a lot quicker than if it was only 1 heart or 0 hearts. Okay, so the second part of this, we want to check his traits. Okay, we did unlock 2 traits for Gunner. 1 at level 5, 1 at level 10. Our next one will be at level 15. And so he's at 14 companion now. So Gunner, you're almost ready to get another trait, buddy. Good boy. And we will have the choice of howl, which your dog will howl like a wolf on command, or nosier. Your dog is better at picking up the scent from smaller blood clues. That will help us when we have like non-vital organ hits or flesh wounds where you only get those small drops of blood initially, and then you have the low bleed rate. They only leave very small drips of blood for you to track. And this will make Gunner a lot more effective when tracking those. So we have that to look forward to with Gunner. While we're here at the Casa Grande, we had a pretty important thing happen. We finally got enough levels that we can upgrade our hardware a little bit. That so far we've only been using these plain Jane starter binoculars, and while they have a very good amount of zoom magnification, they don't really help us out a little bit. Yesterday we unlocked a better set, a pair of range-finding binoculars, but we didn't have enough money. So yesterday's hunt with the 10 kills got us more than enough cash that we can now buy our rangefinder scopes. We were using a trick with the map to get an approximate distance to animals that we spotted. If you look on basically any of the past episodes, I illustrate that, and it can help you out too if you're just starting off and you do not have the binoculars yet. But here we are under binoculars in our store. And we're going to click on it first. And we want to go down here to this Venture 5x30 rangefinder. That's what we want. Up to 1,500 yards with the rangefinder. And you can see it's $12,000. So we were a little short yesterday at the beginning. But after our amazing 10 kills, we got more than enough. So we're going to go ahead and buy those. And one other thing that we need to buy is we went through a bit of 30-06 ammo, taking out those deer. So we want to resupply that as well. And again, we're using the polymer tips, the higher penetration for the whitetail. And man, we were putting them down, even all the way up. I think our longest shot yesterday was like 280 meters, and we were still getting double lung shots. I mean, we were dropping these deer in their tracks at range. So we don't want to go super crazy, but we do need to restock a little bit. And while we're here, we had mentioned in previous episodes about the M1 that we're using today and why it's one of the best weapons in the game, and part of that reason is right here. Even the polymer tip bullets, it's only $850 for 10 rounds. So that's $85 a shell. Now if we compare that, I mean, sure, you can see the 270 soft point and the 270 polymers are a bit cheaper, but they're not going to have the knockdown power of this. Your most expensive shells, like look here, your 300 Magnum polymer tips, they're $950. They're $100 more for a box of 10. Here, your 338 Magnums, over $1,000 for a box of 10. But the most expensive is the 470 Nitro. Look, for full metal jacket, which is the equivalent of polymer tip, $26.60 for a box of 12. $266 for one round versus $85 a round for our M1. So that cheaper cost definitely helps make the M1 a more valuable weapon. So our other weapons, we didn't really use that much yesterday, so we should still be good on ammo. Let's take a look. Okay, so you can see now we have, with our M1, we have 5 in the clip and 63 more. So that's 68 rounds. That'll definitely get us through a day of hunting. Our air rifle, we did take a couple shots with it yesterday, but we still have 57 plus 7, 64 rounds of that. That's plenty. And then the third weapon we're packing today is our 12-gauge shotgun, and we have 32 rounds of buckshot in that. We've been carrying the 12-gauge for bunnies and birds and pheasant, but we have not used it that much, so we have not unlocked the bird shot that we should really be using. So we've been blasting stuff with the buckshot, even little pheasant and bunny rabbits with it. Oh, one thing I forgot to do, my bad. While we're here, we want to grab us up a 4-wheeler. And that would be here in the garage. Again, this is a DLC thing. Gets you around the map super fast, but is super noisy. And the color is just a cosmetic thing. They're all exactly the same. I usually take the red just because it's easier to see. Up there, Gunner. Gunner's already down. He was at 3 hearts. He's already down to 1 heart. Man, that's not so good. Where are you at, buddy? Come on over here, pal. We'll pet him a little bit more. We want to keep him getting that good experience. He has been definitely worth every penny. There, we got him up to 2 hearts again. And if we play with him, or pet him. Boom, there we're back. He's our best friend again. All right, good boy. All right, so let's get on our map and plan our route. Again, we want to check out this spot down here. We believe that is another hunting outpost. So we're going to, we want to put our first waypoint here. And I will warn everybody, especially if you're listening on headphones, the four-wheelers, if you haven't heard them before, they are very loud. So I give warning now to turn down your volume a little bit, okay? Just until we get to where we're going. Okay, you have been warned. So off we go. And Gunner will follow along right behind us. If we get too far away, he will teleport. He will teleport back to us. Okay, so now we want to move our waypoint all the way down to here, to this next road. Now we will be spooking a bunch of animals as we travel to this area, but since we're not really interested in hunting these areas, it doesn't really matter. We want to focus on the lakes. And we want to focus on finding those drink zones to maximize our hunt for the whitetail. You can see the four-wheelers, they will giddy up and go when you're on good terrain. I've had them up as high as like 63, 64 kilometers an hour. Like here when you're going downhill, obviously you're going to pick up a little more speed. Yeah, I can hear Gunner behind us barking. He's trying to catch up. But as soon as we stop down here, he'll catch up to us. Okay, and there's the lake that we want to, we'll probably be checking out here. Oh, and there's animals up in front of us here. What do we got here? Looks like a coyote, and, oh, there are definitely some deer there. Now those could be whitetail, or those could be mule deer. We won't know unless we jump off and examine them, spot them. But we're going to let them go. Like I said, we have spooked them, but as soon as we get up to where we're going and we get off the four-wheeler, then they will calm down, and within literally like 2 minutes, they will be heading back into the areas where they were before. They do not stay spooked for very long. Okay, so we want to be looking for this roadway that will be cutting off to the left. Up here. Is that it? Right here, it looks like, yes. Okay, and at the end of this, like I said, we should find us a hunting outpost. Looks like maybe it's a watchtower instead. And you can see, wow, there's a lot of tracks around here. Okay, let's check our map. Okay, no, we still have further to go yet. Okay, good deal. We are not at the end of this road just yet. we're going to continue on. So we could still find us our suspected hunting outpost up here. When we get within 100 meters, there should be an icon that pops up. Yep, with our little mystery, our little question mark. And at 50 meters, boom, that's what we wanted to see, our house. Our little house icon. We were correct. This is indeed a outpost that we can discover and claim. Okay, and Gunner. Yeah, there Gunner came. Good boy. So we're going to take the free 100 experience points here. And one other thing that we forgot to do, such a newbie mistake, and I apologize for that. We bought our new binoculars in the store, but we did not equip them in our storage. So now we need to go into our storage, go down, 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 down. Here we go. We want to take away the ones we were using and pop up our brand to go into our inventory. Whoops, wrong button. Go in our inventory and go down here to equipment. No, binoculars. And like I said, I set my equipment up. Everybody has their own thing. I set my main weapon, in this case the M1, at position 1, my binoculars at position 2, and then my secondary weapon at position 3. Okay, and that is because, when we get out here, okay, that I'm using my binoculars. Okay, now you can see that beautiful, beautiful range right in the middle. So now we don't have to use any trickery, and we will have almost no guesswork in how far these animals are away from us. We'll know how to exactly zero our rifle for the range and how to adjust our shot. But like I said, as far as the setup, when I'm using my binoculars and, oh, there's an animal. Okay, if it's a big animal and I need my main weapon, one click to the left, there's my main weapon. Boom, that fast. Okay, if we're here, oh, there's an animal and it's a smaller animal or it's close or whatever, one click to the right, boom, there's my secondary weapon. It's up, it's selected, it's ready to shoot. That's my system. Everybody's got their own things. By all means, try different things and see what works for you. Okay, so now that we've made it here to this place, let's take a look at how the wind's blowing. Not really much anything. We are going to backtrack a little bit. We're going to come up here to this northern point of the lake, and then we're going to start making our way down along the coastline. It is 13:52 in the afternoon, so we are past whitetail drink time. So we may not find deer in the zone, but we will still find the zone. And that's the important part for this being, you know, a scouting mission. And here we can get a good look. And you can see that these binoculars also have very, very good magnification. But now we know exactly, boom, 261.11 meters. Now, boom, 300 meters. So we know exactly to put our weapon zero for our M1 at 300 at long range. And that's going to make our it's going to save us time and make our shots hopefully a lot more accurate. Okay, so we're not really trying to be stealthy today. Like I said, that is a collared peccary. We have not taken any of them yet on this map. We've seen a couple, but didn't really get any shots at them. Oh, and we got us a freaking doe right here in front of us. Hello, honey. Hold still. Sorry about that, folks. Had a loose wire. My apologies. But yeah, if we get target's opportunity just like that one, we're gonna take it. Like I said, our main mission today is scouting and finding those zones, but target's opportunity like that, and boom, there goes. Might have been the same one. Gunner, buddy, track that blood. Find us our kill. Now you see that deer popped up right in front of our face, literally 10, 15 meters. So with one click, I was able to go from my binoculars right to the weapon I needed, which in this case was my air rifle. And there's another deer growling at us. So, finding whitetail, and Gunner found our corpse already. Finding whitetail just running around in this area is a very, very good sign that there is probably some zones around here. If they're here at this time of day, it may be a rest zone. It may be a eating zone. We won't know until we discover the actual zones. Now this is very interesting. Looks like some kind of caved-in mine. This probably plays into one of the story missions somewhere. Cool. But what we want to be scouting for is going to be down here, like that's poop. I thought that might have been a zone marking. It's down here by the lake shore. We want to try and find those drink zones, whatever we can find. And as we have said before in previous episodes, you do not want to just scout right at the shore. Drink zones can be 10, 20, 30 meters back, so always kind of keep your eye out on the rest of the shoreline as well. Don't focus just on the actual shoreline. And Gunner, buddy, you're down to one heart again. There we go. That's a little bit better. We want to keep him. He's been doing such a good job for us. We want to keep him gaining that experience, gaining those perks, and becoming more and more useful to us. Now, the dog is a DLC content. I believe it is one of the cheaper ones. And for my own personal opinion, as well as a couple other folks that I've talked to, it is an investment that's well worth it. I mean, he can take so much time off that tracking and is a lot more accurate. Well, for me, he's a lot more accurate than I am. I'll get through there and track and have the animals backtrack or cross over, and I'll lose the trail all the time. But Gunner, man, he's always on it. Okay, so we made it to our waypoint. You can see we already put a splash of hunting pressure there. So, as like I said, we add new hunting pressure that erases old hunting pressure. So if we get a few this up, just keep rolling with it. Just keep rolling on around the shore here. So we're going to keep our waypoints out in front of us. And again, today we're not really worried about stealth. We're not really worried about getting kills, unless like that doe, they jump right out in front of us. Today is about covering ground and keeping our eyes open for those zones and setting us up for a good hunt next time. And said, you can come through here, like this is our first time discovering this area. You can come through here full stealth, you know, take your time, and maybe find something, maybe not. You know, you don't know. But if you do, if you get skunked, you don't find anything, then it's kind of a waste of time. Okay, and that is ringneck. Okay, maybe we'll get to use our shotgun a little bit. But I prefer to break the areas up into like 2 hunts. Like I said, I'll come through and we got something flapping. That's probably that. Yeah, there's the grouse going over. And with these trees, we are not going to have a good shot at them. But I like to separate and do one pass through like this. Here we found zones. And just discover what I can. Ooh, that's Mexican bobcat too. Cool. And then once I have the intel, once I have the information, then I can set myself up to come back a second day and make a really good hunt out of it. If you go back and check our last 2 episodes, 17 and 18 are prime illustrations of that technique. Excuse me, one moment. Okay, sorry. My deepest apologies. Had a little mechanical malfunction here, but now we got it all squared away. But yeah, if you check out our last 2 episodes, 17 and 18, you will see a prime example of how we scouted an area one day and got very few kills, but came back the next and just cleaned house. Here's another thing we also want to be aware of and be looking out for on our scouting runs is tree stands and blinds. Now this is a $2,100 blind. This is probably going to be the more expensive one. You have the $2,100 ones, and then there's usually a $1,700 one. The difference is the cheaper one just sits like a little shack on the ground, and the more expensive one is usually up on stilts to give you a height advantage. Okay, and we're hearing more pheasant down in here. So we want to get back on it. So yeah, episode 17, it was a little discouraging. We only had a couple kills, but we covered a lot of ground and found some good zones that paid off. Okay, here's whitetail, and looks like 2 of them that we highlighted this track, but this track next to it is still white. So that indicates there are 2 of them walking along here. That one's probably a doe, and then the first one we spotted is probably the buck. Yeah, that's a buck. So if we kind of follow them and trail them a little bit, they should lead us to a zone. And I am still hearing Ringnecks. Right there going. Okay. Come here, Gunner. Come here, buddy. You're down to 1 heart again. We're going to give you a quick pet. Come here, boy. Oh, he doesn't want to come. Okay, you don't have to. We'll give you a pet later on. What do we have here? More tracks. Yeah, this is definitely a good sign. White-tailed deer. Again, a couple of them come through here. Going back that way where we already explored. Okay. Well, at least that's one good sign. Finding the tracks in here. Now we just got to find their zones. As I mentioned, we are past the drink zone times for the whitetail, but the zones don't disappear. They will still be there. And there is ringneck pheasant tracks, and we're hearing them. And more pheasants. Yeah, right there's one. See, now we can zoom in here, and boom, see that those ringneck are at 85 meters. Now, I think our shotgun, what is our maximum range for our shotgun? 75 meters. Now, if we go roll in here a little bit, we can take a probably pretty nice long shot and maybe bag us a ringneck. That looks like a female. That's at 75 meters. Let's see if we can take one with the air rifle. Got it. Yeah, it's laying right there. And we mentioned in yesterday's episode, one of the advantages of using the air rifle, it is not quite as powerful as like the M1, but it's the noise factor. It's very, very quiet, where this is not going to be. I'm having some issues. I truly apologize for that. It's out of my control here. Did we get a kill on that one with the shotgun? I kind of doubt it. But that's okay. Today's kills are just kind of bonus icing on the cake. The side benefit. Our main benefit today is going to be finding zones, which so far we haven't really found any for the deer yet. Is that Gunner making that noise? I think that it is. Okay, so we want to keep on moving. We want to keep covering that ground. You can get distracted. Oh, there's something right there. There's coyote, looks like. Yeah, and he's growling because a coyote is considered a predator species. But we want to stay on mission here. And what is this right here? This looks like our dead pheasant. Now it was on the ground, so we will not get a trophy for it. But it's a female, so we probably wouldn't get a trophy anyhow. We just wanted to get the kill, get the money. Alright, so let's keep on moving. We want to cover as much ground as we can, but we don't want to be missing any zones either. So we want to keep looking, keep our eyes open, keep looking for those tracks, and they will lead you to the zones. Okay, more grouse sounds like. Okay, we were hoping to find whitetail zones in here, but, you know, hey, any zone is a good zone. We will eventually want to... Oh, man, there's a deer right there. There's a deer. And we startled her. That's just a doe. But they're showing that there has got to be some kind of zone up here. What is that? Is that a zone? No, that's a pile of poop. More coyote calls. Not seeing any zone markers. You know, as we said many times, your scouting runs, your exploration runs may not... Whoa! Deer ran right into us. Let's see if we can get a shot on her. May not be the most glamorous part of hunting. Yeah, she's in the brush. But it's a necessary part of hunting. So let's see if we can maybe backtrack her a little bit and see where they were coming from. They're seeing so many tracks in here. There's got to be a zone around here. Okay, those are grouse footprints there, grouse tracks. Hey, still not finding really too many zones. You know, and if we don't find any zones, like I said, we did find one for Mexican bobcat and the ringnecks. But if we don't find any zones for the whitetail up here, you know, yeah, it's a bummer, but at least we know not to come back here. We won't waste our time coming here anymore if it's whitetail we want. We were very... Oh, where's something? That's a ringneck. We were very lucky in yesterday's hunt that when we scouted that, we found 4 and possibly a 5th whitetail drink zone, all basically right in a row, right along, literally right on the shore of that lake. So we lucked out there. But we put that intel to very good use in yesterday's episode, man. We slaughtered some shit. Oh my goodness. I think our total kill count yesterday in episode 18 was 10 whitetail deer, 7 of them bucks, and 5 or 6 of those were trophies. No diamonds, unfortunately. But we did get 1 or 2 golds, a couple silvers out of it. So we ended up getting not only the trophies and the experience, but we ended up making almost like $7,000 during the course of that hunt. And we managed to hit all of those drink zones in one day. One game day of hunting, one drink zone time from 11:30 in the morning till 11:30 in the morning. We were able to rip through all those zones and get us some major kills. Like I said, if you didn't get a chance to see that live, we do have archives, the back episodes on Twitch. I believe Twitch keeps them for 2 weeks. And then you can still find them on my YouTube channel, Gray Hair Gamer, as well. It was very exciting. We had a very, very good time on that hunt. So, and we also want to keep scouting that far shore as we can, because we can, if we spot an animal over there and we spot it, it will tell us if it's in a zone. So we have a chance to discover zones over there without actually walking over there. Okay, so let's continue on here, eating up this ground. Do a map check real quick. Okay, we're coming down into this peninsula. Okay, that hunting pressure there is from that grouse we killed. And Gunner, why are you doing clear back there, buddy? Maybe he's stuck. He might be stuck on a tree. The AI has been known to do some crazy things sometimes. But if we get far enough away from him, he should teleport. Okay, so we're hearing some bunnies out here in front of us. Where are you at, Gunner? Come on. It says he's healing, but he's not showing up. Strange. Okay, so let's keep on moving. Yeah, this the trees and the underbrush around this lake are definitely a bit thicker than where we were yesterday. And that's okay. You know, that's one of the beautiful things about this game is the variety in the terrain and the maps. Like here we are, we're in Mexico, which most people, when they think of Mexico, just think of a desert and it being hot. But there are temperate zones, there are woodland zones. We were in a zone the other day with, there's Gunner there. How do you get clear out here? We saw lots of different biomes in this just one map, which is really cool. Like I said, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I give credit to the game designers and the developers for what a good job they've done on this map, or this game rather, not just this map. But man, we are not finding any zones out here. Ah, there we go. What's this? What's this? This is probably the bunny we heard. Yep. Freaking bunny rabbits. Okay, again, not what we're looking for today, but still good to know for when we want to come back and get some points on our shotgun, or I like to use the 22 pistol as a good way to get pistol experience. We can come back here and slay us some bunny rabbits, some ringneck. Now this area over here, that far shore, that's 500 some meters. That I believe is out of render range for the animals. So there could be an entire herd of deer standing there. We're just too far away to see them. Okay, looks like we're almost out to this point. Wow, I can't believe we're not really finding too much. We've not found one whitetail zone yet at all. Wow. Well, like I said, at least we'll know not to come back here for when it comes to whitetail. and we'll just have to go scout us out another lake. Okay, so we need to head back up here. Where's our waypoint? There it is. Okay. Okay, there's droppings. Mexican bobcat tracks. And speaking of the Mexican bobcat, there he is, growling at us. So we'll see if maybe we can luck in a kill here. Do want to try and make a little bit of money. Since he is in the direction that we want to go, maybe we'll luck out here and get us a kill along the way. Have Gunner sit. I thought I heard some footprints, or some footsteps rather. And when you tell him to sit, then he's not going to make any more noise. Okay, I'm not seeing any tracks. We're not hearing any more warning calls, so let's get back on task. Okay, that's a coyote. We have coyotes in the area too. That's also good to know. How you doing, buddy? How you doing there, Gunner? Let's see if we can get you a heart. What tracks do we got up here? I thought I just saw. Thought I just saw some tracks here. Maybe not. Yeah, right there, right there. Okay, that's our bobcat. Okay, those are going the way we just came. So that, very well, those tracks could have been the one that growled at us. We got some tracks down. Thought I just heard something running through here. We have another Mexican bobcat. They may have a zone in here as well. Looks like we discovered something up there, the question mark icon. When we get to 50 meters, that icon will change, and it'll let us know what we got. And not seeing too much of anything. So let's figure out what this is up here. Okay, that looks like a lore object. That'll give us a little bit, I think gives us a little bit of experience when we discover these. Plus it also adds to like the story.
They say that Mexico is a mestizo nation. Indigenous people's history is Mexican history. I hope their future is Mexico's future too.
Okay, entry added to Codex. Did we get any experience for that? Yes, we did. 100 points, just as if we discovered the outpost. But here's a prime example of how we were mentioned earlier about the variety in the biomes of this map. Here, right by the lake shore, we have all these trees, all this thick underbrush, and now here we are 100 meters away, and we're in basically a totally different biome. The lower brush, the trees are gone, more rock and stone exposed. Yeah, the game designers did, and of course our big giant killer cactuses. The game designers did a really, really good job with these maps, the way they illustrate the areas. Okay, so we want to keep on scouting, man. Said this is not the glamorous part of the job, but it's a necessary one. Looks like still our Mexican bobcat again. Looks like we might be tailing him. Looks like a male, and there's a second one. That's a female. So there's a couple of them that have come through here. Right there they go, growling at us. Wonder if, yeah, we are basically downwind from them as well. We're making some noise. With the bobcat, we have to use our air rifle on them. 30-06, the M1. It's too big. You get an improper ammo, and you do not get your full harvest check, your full benefit. Okay, Gunner is growling. That means we are close to these bobcats somewhere. That the bobcats, like the coyotes, are considered a predator species. So when we get close to them, Gunner will growl like that to kind of keep them from attacking us. Now, also, Gunner will let us know, like right now above our compass, there's Gunner's status. He's idling. If we give him this command, that was supposed to be heal, not search for blood. There, it shows that he's healing. He's coming right up to our heel. When you see a status there that says critical position, that is Gunner letting you know that you're about to spook something. And a lot of times, that is paid off for me. I've seen that where he'll make like a little whine, little whining noise, and he will let me know that I'm about to spook an animal that I didn't even know was there. You know, I've made quite a few kills like that, thanks to Gunner's early warning. Okay, and again, these big cacti, we want to stay away from them, because here we'll illustrate. Boom. So you can see they will hurt you. I mean, it's not a lot, but still. Now we do have, yeah, we unlocked our first aid kits. You can see the green bar there. Down at the bottom right next to the compass is our health. And we're down about a quarter. And boom, now we're fully healed up. So, it's not really necessary on all maps. But there are certain maps that you definitely want to have some first aid kits with you. Main one being like Virunga, where the lions will come up at you and attack you. The encounters I've had with lions like that, they killed me so fast that I didn't even have time to get out my first aid kit. But also like in the Yukon where you have the packs of the wolves that will go aggressive. They will hunt you as much as you hunt them. It's good to have first aid kits. And the bison or the buffalo also will go aggressive sometimes when you shoot them and will try to run you down and hurt you and kill you, so it's good to have a couple. I mean, don't go crazy and carry 100 of them, one, because it's a lot of money, and two, you don't really need that. You only need to keep a few with you at any one time. Man, we are getting we're getting no joy today on finding our zones, especially for our whitetail. Wow. You know, but these maps, they are huge. And so it does, you got to put the time in to scout them out. Said not every hunt is going to be the animals, you know, coming right out in front of you, stopping and waiting for you to put a bullet into them. We lucked out today with that first doe, basically doing just that. We got really lucky with that. But that is the exception, definitely not the rule. I mean, you got to put in the work. You got to find out where these animals are, where they're going, at what time, before you can make some good kills. And that's what a few of the other like YouTubers and things that cover this game. I'm not trying to criticize them. It's more just like a fault that they will show you themselves hunting and jumping from area to area and just getting mad kills left and right. But it's kind of misleading. They don't show you this part. They don't show you all the work that they had to put in when they first started their map too. You know, everybody starts off the same. You only see the end result after they put the hours and hours of scouting in, when they have all their zones discovered. You know, they know what time animals are going to this lake. They know what time animals are going to eat in this valley. And it can be misleading, especially to a lot of new players that think, oh man, I can just jump right in this game and boom, I can jump from place to place just like these guys are. Well, yeah, no, yeah, you can, but first you gotta put in the work. You know, a lot of these other people, they don't show you that part. But I try to show you everything. You know, this is part of the game. The scouting, the recon, intel gathering, whatever you want to call it, and it's just as much of a part of a real life hunt. And some days, you know, You get lucky, sometimes you don't. That's also part of real life hunting. And today, man, we're not getting lucky on our primary goal. Like I said, our primary goal was to come through here and hopefully find whitetail zones. And our secondary goal was to get some targets of opportunity, some opportunity kills. And we're kind of striking out on both of those. We did manage to pop a doe, whitetail, and a ringneck pheasant, also a female. So we did get a little bit of money today, but we found a couple zones, but weren't whitetail. So when we started this episode, this lake looked pretty good. I mean, it was a nice big lake. It was very convenient to a hunting outpost, and it had all the signs of a good place to go, but now we get our feet on the ground and get into it. We're changing that opinion very, very quickly. But, like I said, you always want to try and turn a negative into a positive. So, in this situation, we at least know not to come back. We're not really going to waste any more time on this lake in any future hunts, that's for sure. You know, we got quite a bit to cover here yet. And it looks like, again, we have another one of these spots right here. I think we're going to go ahead and kind of just bail out on this lake, and we're going to go up here and hopefully, scavenge a few points by unlocking a second hunting outpost for today. Man, you just never can tell. And there's some more ringneck. We've seen a bunch of ringneck in here. We've been seeing and hearing the Mexican bobcats in here. We did see some whitetail, couple whitetail in there, but no zones for them at all. Not even a rest zone, not even an eating zone, nothing, much less a drink zone. That was a bummer. Again, here we have our killer cacti all around us, so we want to be careful. We don't want to just go barreling through and get ourselves hurt. See, there we're within 100 meters. We get the question mark icon, and at 50 meters, boom, the little house. Okay, yeah, that's our... We at least got us another hunting outpost out of this deal. And what is that? Oh, there's Bighorn Sheep calling up there, huh? Okay. So let's get this unlocked. At least we get a few points out of today. And let's check our map. Man. Yeah, we got 2 kills. That first doe that literally jumped right out in front of us and then stood there. And our long shot with the ringneck pheasant. So we have a couple options here. We can continue on around the lake, but man, I'm kind of discouraged by what we found so far. We can also, we got discouraged. We had 0 luck at this lake up here in a previous hunt. I think we're going to try and keep going with the points. We discovered this at the beginning of the episode. I think we're going to jump back to here, grab our 4-wheeler, and head up to this spot, which seems to be yet another hunting outpost. So at least we can get some points for that. And will be a good future fast travel point. And then, yeah, yesterday, last episode 18, dude, was probably one of the best hunts I've had, especially for whitetail. That was all we took was whitetail. And, yeah, it was a massacre. We left a trail of bodies all up and down that lake shore. It was really fun. Okay, before we jump on the four-wheeler, we want to get us a waypoint back to the road. And again, I'll warn everybody, especially if you are wearing headphones, you may want to turn your sound down a little bit. The four-wheeler can get very loud, and we don't want to hurt anybody's ears. But yeah, we're going to jump on here and head back that way. So, yeah, turn your volume down now, please. Come on, Gunner. Okay, we're going to stop just for one moment here. Since we didn't discover too many zones today, we're going to examine what we can. Now, there's white-tailed deer. And this is a feed zone. Okay. So at least we discovered something to do with white-tailed deer today. Thank goodness. And how many animals? Three animals using this zone. Or that clump. Let's check this one. Yeah, 3. Looks like 3 animals in here. And what is that? Colored peccary. Okay, so now we're going to jump back on the four-wheeler, and we are going to head down to here. And then we'll be done with the four-wheeler. So, again, one more time, watch your ears, especially using headphones. This could get loud. If it'll let me back. There we go, back on the four-wheeler. Okay, here we go. Okay, and yes, we did find another. That's 3 for today that we found. That is very cool. At least that's some points. Points in the bank, and some more places to fast travel to. Yeah, so we've definitely eliminated this lake pretty much as a whitetail area. It's sad, but it happens. We still have plenty to check out. We have this lake, this smaller lake up here, this little tiny one, this little one. There are definitely, say, these maps are huge, man. They take hours to explore them all. There's even a little lake up there in the mountains. We have a lot to explore yet. Wonder what that is right there. But like I said, ideally, our master plan is to get the Great One eventually. And to do that, we want to set us up a rotation. Places to go. Like we know this area here where you start off is excellent for whitetail. We found this second area here that was very good for whitetail. And we need to get us a few more so we can come to area 1, build up hunting pressure. Come to area 2, build up hunting pressure. Come to, like, say here, area 3, hunting pressure, area 4, area 5. So by the time we get through our rotation, area 1 will be clean. Again, all that hunting pressure will fade, and then we can go right into a cycle. But we got to put that work in first. We got kind of lucked out, or not really lucked out. Kind of got skunked today. You know, it's unfortunate, but it happens. I think we are going to do a little bit more exploration. We have this roadway going down to this lake, or 2 lakes right here. I suspect there could be a hunting outpost there. So since we've really got nothing else to lose, we're going to jump on there and go check that out. If we find a hunting reserve or hunting outpost there, that would be very convenient to these lakes. And we can scout those out. So we'll jump back on the 4-wheeler. Gunner, I know we've been running you, chasing after this 4-wheeler, but you'll be alright. Okay, this is going to get loud probably one more time. Yeah, this is the road. Okay. Okay, done with the noise there. And bingo, we found us yet another hunting outpost today. Sweet. So we did manage to get quite a few experience points, even though we've had bad luck with finding animals. We're at what, about an hour and a half. I think we'll keep going here for a little bit longer. I do want to get down here and check out what time of day is it. 5:25. We're going to reset the clock before we go down here and check these out, just so we have maximum daylight. We don't want to get, a half hour into scouting and then have it go dark on us. And that sounds like Coyote. Old school VHS. Wow. Panasonic, it looks like. Forehead VCR, man. That's cutting edge. And tube TV. I had the same setup in my bedroom when I was a teenager. Okay, so let's kick it back. Daylight, I think, is about 6, 7 o'clock. We'll go about 7:30. We know our drink times for the whitetail start at 8:30, but as before, today's a scouting mission. Okay, where's our waypoint? There it is. Okay, come on, Gunner. There we go, man. The controls for the dog can be a bit twitchy. Okay, he'll come. So again, we're not going to be super stealthy and hunt this area all slow and methodical, because we don't know what's in here yet. Okay, there's a good sign. White-tailed deer tracks. And very old scat. Leveled up as a companion. Gunner, I think you unlocked a perk, buddy. Another set of white-tailed deer trail. They're going down. Come on, get out the way, Gunner. Yeah, we have tracks there. Tracks there. Where are they heading to? Are they heading down into this valley? Not seeing any signs of a zone, but we are pretty far away. Here's the lake that we want to start scouting out. Not too bad. Nice wide areas around the shore. The vegetation here is a little thinner. At least on that side. It looks like it's kind of thick there still on this one. Okay, so let's take a quick little jaunt. Not very far. We'll go about 100 meters or so. We'll go about 100 meters or so up this way where we saw those deer tracks heading, and maybe see if there is a zone or something up here. Here's more. It's very old, but, oh, yeah, here we go. Here we got some activity. Here's a bunch of tracks. Gunner, sit, buddy. Oh, this looks like a feed zone. Okay. This looks like a feed zone, and a popular one too from from the looks of things. Yes, white-tailed deer. Feed zone. Good, good, good. This is what we want. We want whitetail. We want whitetail zones. And now... Okay, so we have... Wow, they eat very early in the morning. 0430 to 0800. So that also feeds in. We can set up like a... basically getting to know their whole day schedule. We knew before their drink times, now we know their feed times. So now we can plot their day from 4:30 in the morning to 8 o'clock eating, and then 8:30 to 11:30 drinking. So this will open up some new places for us to hunt, and we won't have to hit a bunch of zones all at one time. We lucked out on the lake in the last episode that we had four or five drink zones all right in a row. And we did manage to hit them all in one day's drink time in, 3 hours of game time. And man, did we hit them. Holy crap, we slaughtered them deer. But now we know there's zones that kick in right before that with the feed zone. So we can start our day, instead of just going out and hunting 8:30 to 11:30 and then having to spend $250 to reset our day. Now we can start our day at like 4:30 in the morning, go fast travel around, hit the feeding zones, the eating zones, and when that time's up, go right in and start hitting the drink zones. So that will give us a lot more opportunity to take out and harvest some of these bucks all in one game day. Said $250 to reset the day is not all that much money, but doing it again and again and again, it adds up. So again, we're going to check out this lake shore, and we do not want to just check out the shore. The drink zones, like I said before, can be back 10, 20, 30 meters from the actual water source. And we can still check out the opposite shore. If we do luck out and see an animal over there and we examine it, it'll tell us if it's in a zone. So we have a chance to just... Ooh, that's whitetail. Yeah, that's whitetail. That sounded like a buck grunt. Let's try something. We haven't got too many kills today. We reset our time. Let's tell Gunner here to sit, buddy. There we go, sit. And let's try our doe bleat call. Get in here under some cover. The wind is good. Oh, we can take cover behind this rock too. Oh, is that something standing right there? No, it is not. It's an optical illusion. Okay, our doe bleat call will cover 150 meters, which should be about the same range as hearing the warning calls, the mating calls. Some calls will go up to 200 meters. Some are only 100. It varies on the individual call. You have to check the description either in the store or in your inventory to know for sure. But I know for this doe bleak call, its effective range is see, there we go. We're getting a response. Come on down here. We're just a little girl deer. We're looking for a big strong buck. Okay, lay down, Gunner. See, now we have these binoculars. We will know exactly. Like right there, that's 160. So anywhere along here, we know is going to be short range for our M1 and medium range for our air rifle. Okay, he responded once. Let's try again. I mean, yeah, our main mission was to scout, but man, we don't want to go home empty-handed. At least we want to try and get a couple kills in here. Okay, I thought when we heard that response, that second call, that maybe he was responding to us and was going to head down this way. But we've given it a couple minutes now. Obviously, we have this brush here. It's going to make it hard to see him approach. But we should be hearing footsteps. Like we are right now, footsteps. So he is, yeah, there's something. There's a doe, but there's something else closer. And I hear right there. There's something. Can't tell if it's a doe or a buck. Let's give one more shot on our doe bleak call, and then we want to quickly as we can switch over to our air rifle and get us on short range. Yeah, there's something standing right there, and that is a buck. Okay, sorry about that, folks. Sorry again about the technical issues that we're having with our controller. My bad. I have to get that fixed. It's starting to become a problem. But we did get a kill. We got that buck. And with our air rifle at short range, you can see it definitely has the power to put down a deer. We know there's at least one doe still up here, possibility of a second buck. But yeah, we were able to get that shot. We lucked out and had him step out in between the shrubs here, and we were able to put a nice round right in his chest. Yeah, I'm still hearing footprints up here. Sounds like two sets. Sounds like there's one up there and one down here below us. Oh yeah. Yeah. Are you a buck? You are a doe. I don't know what it is with my controller today, folks. I truly apologize. Technical difficulties abound. But yeah, we got shots on that doe there too. Okay, come on, Gunner, get on up here. Here he comes, here he comes. Gunner the Wonder Dog, ladies and gentlemen. The tracking machine. He will find us our kills. That one I thought was literally right here in front of us. Yeah, right there's blood. Okay, we're coming, Gunner, we're coming. So those deer, they were probably coming in from that feed zone up there, probably heading to a drink zone down by this lake. So that's a very good sign that we had these guys come through here. Okay, we're coming, we're coming. Where are you heading? There we go, there's a deer. There's a deer. And we still hear footsteps. Now the whistling and the dog barking and stuff, in real life you would think would, and there's our second deer right there, good deal. You would think that would spook the animals, but it really doesn't. Like really anything, even Gunner, there's our doe, flesh and right lung, and we leveled up, sweet. That'll get us a skill point or a perk point. And there's the sound of another buck grunting. And yeah, here we go. There's a little buck, tier 1. That's alright, because he can come back as a possible tier 2. Gunner, chill, buddy. Chill. And right lung. Yeah, you did good, buddy. You did really good for us. They're down there running around. Okay, he's idle. Let's check our map. Oh yeah, we got pressure there now. That's okay. Well, that's what we wanted. We want pressure here so we can go back and hit that first lake again, where we had like a literal massacre there too between whitetail and bighorn sheep. We even had a couple of the bobcats show up on that first lake. So we want to go hunt there again, but we need to get that hunting pressure erased before it's safe to do that. But so far we're seeing some very positive signs. There's coyote tracks. We're seeing some positive signs that there could be some drink zones for the whitetail down here. But we got us 2 kills there. We had us 1 doe we smacked earlier. And we got we had a ringneck pheasant, a female. So we got a little bit of points today from kills. We got some points, like 400 points for discovering lore objects and our hunting outposts. So all those put together turned out to be not too bad. We got us a little bit of money, which money's always good. Oh, right there, bingo. Bingo. Now, we don't want to go barging in here. I'm guessing there's probably... Okay, it says that deer is traveling. If it was in its zone and drinking, it would have its status as drinking. But it still showed it as traveling. So we want to be a little cautious here now. We're going to have Gunner chill out here a moment and relax. Like I said, his noise, your dog's noise, doesn't normally seem to spook. See, there we go, drinking zone. Now she's drinking. This is what we wanted. This is what we've been trying all day to find, are these drink zones. Now, we can take her for the money, for the little bit of experience, but our ultimate goal to get the great one is we need to be smacking the bucks. Those are the ones we need to respawn, and those are the ones that will eventually spawn us a great one. So we're going to ease on down here and see if we can maybe... Oh, our wind is bad. Our wind is very bad. So time for a little Axe body spray. Our scent blocker. Now you see now with this deer and this new scope, we can tell exactly, boom, 66 meters. So if we put our M1 on short range, which is 75 meters, that's a very small difference. So we know basically where we put the crosshairs of our scope is where the bullet's going to land. Since we are a little short of that distance, it'll be a little bit higher. We got something else coming. Another doe. Time I pull that trigger, it's fucking up my controller. See, now the air rifle, you can see, we didn't even spook her. This gun is so quiet, we did not spook her 60 meters away. That is one of the big advantages of this weapon. And obviously, from the dead deer we see laying right here, it's got knockdown power, especially at close range. You can see she maybe went, maybe what, 5, 6, 7 meters. Boom. Left scapula and left lung. See, now that even hit the bone, that hit the shoulder blade, and still penetrated a fair distance into that lung and got us a kill at 5 meters. That was up in our face. $600. Bingo. And there's this doe right here still. And here comes another one. They're wanting to sneak into that zone.
Ruff.